Here we go, guys. Rank 1 against rank 5. Oh my god. This is gonna be super intense. The pre-battle will be between Kovaci and the Berg here, the Light Ever. First pick for Frank. Let's see what he's gonna steal away from Diligent, because he does have a whole lot of things that Diligent also have. First pick for Frank. Is it going to be Gianna? It's going to be the Water Twin Angel. The speed lead, attack bar boost, defense brick, all-in-one package. And over there, we are seeing Ciara and Laura getting picked up by Diligent. So what's going to be the answer? Are we seeing some sort of Hagang gameplay? Are we seeing Juliane, Cigar? Are we seeing Velajul? What is it going to be for Frank? Because this unit is so versatile, it can be paired with so many different strategy depending on how you want to play. It's going to be a Velajul and Cigar coming out from Frank. Very RGB, very normal, very simple first pick right there. I think too outrageous just yet coming out from Frank. Meanwhile, Diligent looking like he wants the turn 1. He wants the Tian Lang. He wants the Gianna. He wants to completely stun the enemy. So are we seeing a Hagang getting picked up here? The Tian Lang does counter Hagang a little bit right there, taking away his famous attack bar gain for the passive. So maybe Frank's gonna go for something like an Ethna. No, it's gonna go for a Juliane. Trying to survive the bomb, trying to one-shot the switchy Gianna and Ciara with the Juliane damage. But is that gonna be enough though? Because if he's not getting a turn, then he can't kill anyone. And there's the unit that allows him to get turned. It is going to be the Wedgeat getting picked up last by Frank. But with Wedgeat on the field, I think it has to be a Tian Lang ban, which will allow Diligent to go for another aggressive attack by pushback. No, it's going to go for raw damage. Instead, Nikki getting locked in as well. Big shout out to Stacia for pulling Nikki. Check out his channel video for some Nikki gameplay. But Nikki's going to get locked in? No, just kidding. It's going to be Volantis getting locked in as well for the strip and glancing, which means I think it's going to be a Juliane ban, allowing Frank to go first, but does nothing after that. Raw LD team coming out from Diligent, looking very shiny here with the first game. Here we go, first time from the Water Twin Angel, looking for a target, but will it boost attack bar to give Tian Lang attack bar? It's gonna be focused shot onto the Laura. Wedgeat's about to take a turn. Velaju's about to take a turn as well. But remember, if he missed the strip onto the Gianna of Volantis, Frank's in a lot of trouble after this. Because there are 2 AoE strip coming from Diligent, and both of them will come with a whole lot of debuff. He tried to go for the Velaju skill 1 strip, but could not get it done. That was such a good play, but RNG didn't allow it to happen. Reset onto the Gianna. Volantis going in. No provoke, no stun onto the Velaju. Very bad RNG for Diligent right there. Could not stop the Velaju from moving, and that's going to be super crucial because Velaju is going to take away all this debuff from the enemy. And now Frank team is in top shape. Nothing can touch them anymore because unless the Laura have something to say about it. And we know Laura. She is not very demure. She's gonna go for a violent proc right there anytime soon. Volantis looking for a moment. Even though Frank can actually heal, Diligent still did a lot of damage on his team. Here comes the heal, here comes the shield, here comes the Wedgeat for the attack bar boost. But every time Wedgeat move, Tian Lang's getting a turn as well. And Cigar's gonna be target. He needs to bring in this Laura fast because Laura's about to go very, very soon here. Cigar, you need to do this thing. Cigar could not get the provoke. Just like Volantis, he fumbled the provoke. And now Laura with a strip available going in for the big AoE. Strip everybody except for Velaju, but he doesn't need to strip the Velaju because Velaju used his skill already. Which means right now Tian Lang's going to be able to stun and do a lot of damage on Frank's team. Here comes the Volantis going for the stun onto the Cigar. Wedgeat has skill 3 available, giving team some attack power, but Tian Lang is here to stay. And Tian Lang is going to go for the big damage. Big damage onto the team and follow up with a Violent Pro as well. Cigar's in a lot of trouble. And even with an additional turn, Velaju cannot get the Cigar to be alive at this moment. Cigar's going to go down. Laura with a skill 2 available, going for the stun. No stun, we'll get a Violent proc. Laura looking for a target. No sleep. which means this Villager might be able to get a turn, but nobody's here to control the Gianna anymore, which means Gianna's gonna drop the bomb and the stun very soon as well. Even Volantis about to get his skill 3 back, and that is very bad news for Frank. Finally bring down the Laura, but the Twin Angel is sleeping right now. Villager, you need to wake them up. Villager finally get a turn as well. Century up. Water Twin Angel about to move with AoE stun available. This game is not over for Frank just yet. Diligent now is the one in trouble once again because AoE stun is coming from the Twin Angel. Beautiful stun onto the Gianna. Gianna with defense break on is very vulnerable to the Villager damage. There's nothing to stop the Villager from moving. Villager skill 2 available. Going straight for the Gianna. Did not crit the Gianna. Gianna's gonna be alive for a little bit longer. Here he need the Villager to move so bad. Wedge is about to move though. That's good news for Frank. Some damage onto the Gianna. Will he buff when we finish off the Gianna? He will finish off the Gianna. Volanta skill 3 available. Can he provoke? He will not provoke the Villager once again, but Tier Line skill 2 available. No, gonna go for the defense break first, but could not get the defense break onto the Villager. Villager moving on to focus onto the Tian Lang. Big stun onto the Twin Angel. Right now it's really bad because Volantis AoE dart is not gonna be good against the heal from the Wedge at. But the additional damage artifact, so much damage from Diligent right now. Villager is once again in a lot of trouble. His HP is dropping. He's going to heal back a little bit. He get a violent proc once again at a crucial moment to take the century on the enemy team. Oh my god, his Villager is literally Frank's angel right now. He is getting the best turn at the best moment possible to keep Franks alive. Tian Lang trying to go in but could not finish off this Villager. Villager going to take down the Tian Lang. Volantis left last one standing, but not for long. GG! Frank will take game 1. That Villager. Round 2 between Diligent and Frank. It is going to be a Tian Lang and Kovachi pre-ban. I guess they just take turn to ban each other LD5. First pick for Diligent. What is it going to go for? No Kovachi, maybe no Ciara. Maybe go for Villager first pick. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be Water Twin Angel for Diligent. And what is Frank going to do? Is he going to attack the Chandra this time? No, it's going to go for the Oliver. But he definitely needs a unit to open up turn 1 for the Oliver. Does he have the Light Evo as well? It's going to be a Zibala Oliver. Very ladder pick right here. Because I could see the Dark Robo coming after this with a Ciara if we are fighting G3 normal RTA ladder. But it's tournament style. It might be different. We have the Juno and the Light Evo getting picked up as well. A bit something for turn 1. A bit something for turn 2. Will we see something like a Maximilian Dark Robo showed up here? Might be cool to see some sort of Maxi Cleave. What is it going to be? It's going to be a Han. Is it going to be a Dark Robo? Or Wunsa? For Frank? It's going to be a Dark Robo coming out from Frank. This is very strong. But I'm sure Diligent can outspeed this though. Because this will rely on a Swift Zibala and a Despair Dark Robo most of the time. Oh, Diligent's actually not going to outspeed. Diligent's actually going to take a turn 2 position with good old Wind Monkey King and the Fire Pure Vanilla. So 1 unit to Revenge, 1 unit to control the attack by pushback, and last pick from Frank is going to be a Verd. But he's lacking in terms of AoE strip though. What if the monkey and the fire unit is on will? And if you can't strip, then you can't exactly do damage. And he's locking in the Verd to get as much attack bar as possible. What's going to be the ban? Is it going to be the Speed Lead ban? Is it going to be the Evo ban? Because Evo outspeed is over. I think Zibala might be the ban too. Because if Diligent outspeed, it might be shaky for Frank's team. What is it going to be for both Flyer? It's going to be the Han ban, take away the biggest damage from Frank. And it's going to be the Wind Monkey King because Frank doesn't want to get stunned on the face when he's trying to do the funny AoE thing. Here we go, SWBattle going first, outspeeding the Light Evo with a better speed lead. And you can't really freeze anyone though, so it's going to boost the Robo. Very classic play here with the AoE strip coming out. But with Lucia on the field, the attack bar absorption will not be as good. But Robo, look at that, still almost full attack bar. But the Evo is going to go stun the Oliver. Robo going in with AoE dance, but then that's going to provide more healing for the team than not. Because Juno's here. Verd, more attack bar. Frank in a lot of trouble. Diligent surviving turn 1 perfectly fine. And now, no immunity. The Water Twin Angel has the AoE stun available. AoE stun coming out. Beautiful stun on the Verd and the SWBattle. And now the target will be the Robo because Oliver is terrible against the Evo, and the Juno looking really bad for Frank right now because the Robo and the Verd, the main source of damage, are all being controlled. Water Twin Angel getting another turn here. Defense break available. Who is it going to be on? Probably going to be on SWBattle? Nope, it's going to finish off the Robo. And now the next target will definitely going to be the SWBattle and the Verd because Oliver is not exactly doing anything in this game due to the passive of Lucia and Juno potentially constantly stunning the Oliver as well. As you can see, taking turn 1 might be really strong sometimes. Granted, you have to actually do something about it. And after turn 1, Diligent is still standing strong. Meanwhile, Frank used everything he had, but achieved not a whole lot. Oliver trying to control the enemy team. Verd trying to give the team attack bar, but the shield from Lucia is still standing strong. Defense break coming out. Juno following up very soon here with the big damage onto the Oliver. Man, this team is crazy. It makes Frank's team look like a joke because there was nothing to be done. But if you face Frank's team on the ladder, it is one of the strongest RTA team available if you have the whole combo because it provides so many different things. With the damage, with the control, with the stun. But here, it could not work. And I think that's GG. They're just gonna take game 2. Laevo plus Juno. The uncontrollable combo. Both of them constantly getting attack bar. Both of them constantly trying to stun you. And then with defense break from this unit as well. That can make Juno hit even harder sometimes. And you can't even freeze them. And SWBattle was absolutely wasted in this slot. Second game went the way of Diligent. Round 3. What is going to be the pre-ban for these two players? Are we going to see a normal element unit pre-ban? It is going to be the Light Evo and the Kovaci pre-ban once again. First pick for Frank. Is he going to steal a unit from Diligent? Like the Water Twin Angel? It is going to be the Water Twin Angel getting picked. Tiara getting picked up by Diligent once again, and Laura as well. Are we repeating the first game but with a little bit different RNG this time? It's going to be the Veladro getting picked up, and it's going to be the Wind Bison getting picked up. So Diligent might go for the same draft, but because he lost, he might have to switch it up a little bit and go for something else. What's going to be the counterplay for Diligent here? Is it going to be the Tian Lang? It is going to be the Tian Lang and the Gianna once again. So when you draft like this, you strongly believe that your first game was lost due to RNG and not actual drafting issues, because you're repeating the draft once again. But was it really RNG? Or was it skill issues? And Frank is repeating the draft as well. Exactly the same as game 1 with the Julian and the Wedgeat. So Diligent went with the Volantis last pick. Maybe he's going to switch it up this time. Maybe he's going to go for a Hegang, maybe? Or a Juno? Because Volantis was not exactly doing it for him. And it's going to be a Juno getting picked up for Diligent. The ban's going to be on Julian once again. And if Frank want to go first, he might have to ban out his Ciara once again. But now with Juno on the field, compared to Volantis, he might be in a lot of trouble because Cigar cannot control Juno. For the most part. It's going to be the same ban. But this time, instead of Volantis, we have the Volantis counter Juno getting picked up. And Frank only has a mini heal from the Water Twin Angel and the passive heal from the Wedgeat. Is he going to be doing enough against Diligent's team? Because one resistance is going to be really bad for Frank. Here we go. First turn for the Water Twin Angel. Attack bar for the Velajul. Strip onto the Laura, just like game 1. Next up, we have attack bar from the Wedgeat, giving the attack bar to the Tian Lang. Tian Lang skill 2 available, but definitely not gonna use it anyway for the damage. Doesn't matter. Gonna go for more damage onto the Velajul. Instead of focusing on Cigar this time, he knows exactly where he should go. And Velajul will not go for the damage. Will not go for the immunity. Go for the damage. Control. Oh my god, here we go. Missed the pushback onto the Laura. Laura going with the AoE. Strip everything. Speed buff on the Diligent team, providing so much more damage for every single unit. Laura resists the attack bar. Here comes skill 2 dropping on the enemy team. Big stun on the Vela. Vela once again protecting Frank from the unknown with the proc into immunity. But is that going to be enough though? Because this time it's not Volantis. It is Juno. Here we go. Juno skill 2 available. Doesn't care. Go for the skill 1 to do the most damage onto the Cigar. Cigar is about to go down very, very soon here. But the heal from the Water Twin Angel might keep Cigar alive. Stun on team, but give Juno free speed buff. More healing from the Velajul, trying to bring down the Laura. The Laura's very, very tanky. Juno going in. Skill 2 available. Doesn't care about the immunity. Just want to do as much damage as possible. Once again, Cigar is going to be the target of the damage from Diligent's team. Laura getting absolutely control. Laura might be going down very soon here. Wedgeat skill 2 available. Is it going to buff it? It is going to buff the skill, but right now, so many buffs on the entire team of Frank. Juno might actually use the skill 2 this time to get all the dot damage. Here comes the Tian Lang moving on with the big AoE. Drop the Cigar. Juno finally used the skill, and now I understand why his Juno doesn't use skill 2, because he probably had no accuracy in that thing. Double resistance coming out from Frank, but for how long can he resist the damage? He needs to do a lot of damage onto the Gianna right now to stop it from dropping the skill 3. Gianna's gonna be the target. On the other hand, Velajul's gonna be the target. Velajul's skill 2 available. Defense buff. Good damage onto the Gianna. But now the Juno is gonna hit so much onto the Velajul. Gianna losing attack bar. Twin Angel, the stun available. He has to stun this Tian Lang and this Gianna. He will double stun Velajul with another round immunity, coming up with the shield from the Twin Angel. Frank is doing so well. Another proc for the Velajul. Punishment onto the Gianna. Juno coming in. Another stun on the Velajul. But is that really a stun though? Because we all know stun is not exactly a real debuff in this game. Here comes defense break from the Twin Angel. Defense buff on the Velajul. We are back at the exact position that we saw before with the Volantis Tian Lang. Can this Juno bring down the Velajul? Defense buff and anti-crit, lower the damage of Juno a fair bit. No attack bar for the Tian Lang, getting pushed back by the Wedgeat. Velajul trying to gain some attack bar. Tian Lang going in, skill 2 available. Drop the heat onto the Vela. Vela will not go down. Vela will drop the Century as well. And then, no violent proc for Vela this time, but will the Twin Angel have the healing available? We shall see. No healing available, which means that Juno will finally get a chance to finish off this Velajul. Here comes cool time now for the Angel. Velajul finally gonna go down. Is it? It will go down. Dot damage onto the Wedgeat. Wedgeat's now being the target. Wedgeat's in a lot of trouble. I'm not sure if this Wedge is gonna be alive long enough to bring down the Juno later on. Juno is a crazy monster in the end game. Twin Angel healing available, defense break available, going straight for the Tian Lang. Gonna go straight for the Tian Lang, defense break onto the Tian Lang, healing for the Wedge. Wedge getting this spear stun by the Juno, but it's not over yet. It's not over for Frank just yet. Frank can still do this. Because you know that Wedgeat and Water Twin Angel both have their own attack bar pushback. And without TLA on the field, maybe... No! The Juno's gonna take down the Wedgeat. Now it's gonna be the battle between Water and Fire. Will the Fire Nation win, or will the Water Twin Angel prevail? It is waiting for the pushback, the defense break, the heal. Water Twin Angel might have the ability to bring down Juno on his own. Very good damage onto the Juno. The healing is very good as well. Defense break and cooldown reduction available. Nope, it's not going to give Juno a single chance to get the speed buff. The skill 1 pushback is too strong for Juno. More pushback, more attack bar. Juno in trouble. Juno dropping the spare stun. Juno with a big damage, but it's not over yet. Water Twin Angel. Defense break available. Will he risk it for the biscuit? Defense break available. Water Twin Angel. Drop it hard right now. You have one shot at this. He's going to drop it. No defense break. Juno will take the W. GG. Just one defense break. He could have done it. But too bad. Juno will take the W. We're going to game 4. It might be the final game for Diligent, or will Frank take another game and push us to a game 5? Another round, Tianlang Kovaci pre-ban. First pick for Diligent. Water Twin Angel getting picked up by Diligent, stealing it away from Frank. No more Water Twin Angel for Frank this time, which means Sierra's going to go the other way. And Zibala once again. Compared to before with Oliver, Oliver is not exactly very good into Diligent's team, but Sierra is not that bad. Assuming he's going first. Because now we are having equal speed lead for both player. And Diligent is not going to go for the Juno. He's going to go for the Cigar in the mid pick. We have the same draft coming out from Frank. We know that Robo is not on Swift, which means Diligent is going to put down more pressure with more Swift unit, and that's going to be Sonia, and he might lock in Oliver. He's going to go for the more in the last pick here, potentially cut in between the spare stun as well. So it's going to force Frank to go for a high base speed unit in the last pick, and the only one I can think of right now is going to be either Triton or Wunsa. Or he might go for a fire unit last pick here to force the ban onto the fire unit. Man, Sonia winner is looking down bad for tournament. Wunsa getting picked up by Frank in the last slot. So the ban, will Diligent raise with the 24, or will he ban the high base speed unit? He knows that Zibala has very good Swift. Maybe he's going to ban Zibala and trying to raise. Because maybe the lower priority set is on the Wunsa and he can actually outspeed that. How is he going to decide to raise this time around? Here we go, guys. The ban is getting locked in, and that is going to be between Wunsa and Evo. So Frank is going to get turn 1. Maybe. What if the Sonia go first and one-shot the Robo? Then Frank is going to be down bad instantly. Sonia is going first! Outspeeding the Zibala, one-shotting the Robo. And right now, there's no strip to boost into. You can only boost the Sierra trying to kill the Sonia. But can she land the bomb though? She's sweaty right now. She's scared. She landed the bomb perfectly fine onto the Sonia. Finish off the Sonia with the bomb. But now the Han has to deal with Oliver and Cigar. Not exactly a very comfortable experience right there. Focus shot onto the Han. Han getting defense break. Oliver going with control. Get the Han down. Han is useless now. And Cigar going with the control. Take the Zibala as well out of the way. Defense break available. Going straight for the Sierra. Here comes the Han going down to Oliver. Sierra getting control heavily as well. Cooldown reduction available from the Twin Angel. And that's gonna be attack power boost for the Oliver. More control from the Oliver. And that might be GG. The moment Sierra go down, this game is over. And I think that's it. Diligent. Spend more time in Giant's Abyss Heart. And he's gonna take this game moving on to the final. 3-1.